Melbourne's outer suburbs, this homegrown company builds complex robotic tools used to make components for mobile phones and computers. And management here says that requires paying humans bigger wages.
If we don't have right people, then we're not going to be able to succeed in the marketplace, so we've got to pay what the market's asking.
Anchor has lifted the wages of all staff to deal with inflation and to try and fill over 100 positions.
It started out as that and it became broader because, I think it's not just inflation, it's also been the really hot market.
Unemployment is at record lows and there's a smaller supply of available workers. But wage growth has barely moved. With the soaring inflation in the cost of food, fuel and interest rates, people are going backwards. And the Reserve Bank doesn't see wages rising faster than inflation until at least the end of 2023.
For 10 years we've been told that some magic wage growth fairy will come along and one day boost wages. The only way that wages can grow in Australia is if employers pay their workers higher wages.
Australia's busiest job site is seeing salaries rising in some roles while barely moving in others. Some companies are offering perks and flexibility instead of more money. And the evidence is the best way to get a pay rise is to get a new job.
The wage change for those who've moved employers is significantly higher than those who haven't.
So far, most wage increases are averaging around 2.5%, well below inflation, which is soaring past 6%. But in-demand roles like tech and project management are getting big increases.
As a general rule across the economy, wages pressures are not high.
Nobel Prize winner Joseph Stiglitz says higher wages means more productive employees.
They need to be higher. The only thing Australians might feel good about is that they're better than what's happening in the United States, where things are devastating.
New Zealand has a similarly low unemployment rate, but wages there are growing at 7%, almost level with inflation. Businesses here say their ability to boost pay packets is being constrained by other rising costs.
So digital equipment, building materials, fuel, freight, they're the big ones we've been hearing about.
Wage growth was a key election promise from the government. In the month leading up to its job summit, it'll be floating ideas to change bargaining and boost worker power. Some of that will be unpopular with segments of business. But with living standards on the slide for years, there's an appetite for change.
What the data says is that profits are rising across Australia. Collectively, firms have never had it so good.
Anchor might make computer-controlled tools, but it couldn't do anything without its 1,300 staff.
And the only way to succeed is if you have better people. And as I said, we're in a pretty competitive market. We're a global leader in its technology. So if you're not coming to the front with the best technology, then you're not going to win.
When wages data is released next week, we'll find out if Australia's employers feel the same way.